Raw power is initialized. Molten steel is violently cast into a monolithic mold, forging the invincible.
Hold it. Easy now. Bring it down slowly on the left side.
Extreme precision is applied. Automated matrices violently torque the monolithic forged steel pins, designed to withstand catastrophic structural vectors.
Aggressive mobility. Monolithic run-flat claws are violently torqued to the massive hubs, prepared to conquer catastrophic industrial terrain. Precision overkill validated. Automated augers violently spin the monolithic rotating ring, confirming absolute dynamic equilibrium under fire.
The digital spine is wired. Master tacticians connect thousands of dynamic nodes, engineering absolute, network-dominant environmental control.
Activation complete. The monolithic purging Leviathan, now weaponized with dynamic augers and AI dominance.
Hypervelocity kinetic artery purging stimulated.
Millions of tons of dynamic forged steel are
inside the control sanctuary. Multi-AEA radar arrays and 9 AI autonomous system.
counterweight deployment initialized. Monolithic 100-ton gravity matrices are violently torqued to the deck. The containment is breached. The 3,000-ton industrial Leviathan rolls out of the forge, ready to defy. Forging the spear of the heavens. Elite factorily locked by 400 feet of uncompromising forged steel. The Leviathan pierces the sky, establishing absolute vertical dominance over the battlefield.
Absolute kinetic tension. The massive forged lifelines violently snap taut, engineered to channel catastrophic lifting force against the Earth's pull.
Gravity is violently conquered. 2,000 tons of dead weight are ripped from the Earth, testing the catastrophic limits of the thermodynamic core. Inside the epicenter of kinetic violence, the warfighter monitors the catastrophic load matrix as the machine screams at the edge of absolute structural failure.
Thermomorphic hellfire. The 24-liter core is violently pushed to the absolute red line, generating uncompromising torque to sustain the lift.
Catastrophic rotational geometry. The monolithic spine violently twists, engineering dynamic operation. Uncompromising heavy-duty foundation. The massive claws violently bite the Earth, anchoring the Leviathan against the catastrophic shift in kinetic mass. The trial of gravity is complete. The 3,000-ton Titanic lift survives the catastrophic purge. The Titan is unleashed. Hundreds of tons of dissected mechanical fury aggressively breach the
vertical spine is initialized. Factory workers violently connect the geometric lattice matrix using catastrophic forged steel vectors, engineering absolute structural dominance.
kinetic artery initialization. Millions of foot-pounds of torque are generated as catastrophic forged steel. Operational saturation. The monolithic crawler crane is initialized, its vertical spine commanding thousands of cubic.
Make the payloads initialized. The monolithic cutting app violently engages the 700 environmental adversary.
Thermonic hellfire generated. The 24-liter core violently spooling to the red line, engineering absolute network-dominant environmental purging.
Uncompromising mechanical dumps. Hundreds of millions of pounds of torque violently execute a dynantal megalift.
Rotational geometry conquered. Master tacticians violently torque the entire monolithic spine architecture, engineering absolute vector supremacy while holding the environmental core suspended.
Percent of hateful applied. Pixel is violently lowered. Hectocentimeter accurate placement.
Activation complete. The 3,000-ton Titanic lift crawler crane dominates the newly engineered geological terrain.
Catastrophic geographical failure. The Megaproject's structural integrity violently collapses, threatening absolute industrial annihilation.
Ground zero of the collapse. Elite factory workers initiate the emergency rescue protocol, calling upon the only... The warfighter engages the emergency override. The digital sanctuary violently reconfigures for an uncompromising, high-velocity rescue lift.
Kinetic interception. The monolithic spine violently twists through the chaos, deploying the catastrophic hook to arrest the gravitational failure.
Forging the emergency bond. Fearless factory workers violently secure the heavy-duty shackles, establishing a catastrophic
absolute kinetic shockwave. The forged lifelines violently snap taut, absorbing the uncompromising impact of a 500-ton gravitational freefall.
The Titan holds the line. The monolith found violent bites the Earth, and absolute
thermodynamic hellfire sustained. The 24-liter core screams at the absolute red line, generating uncompromising torque to freeze time itself. Amputating the failure. Pure, uncompromising mechanical violence rips the mangled geometry away, securing the Megaproject from total destruction.
The apocalypse is cancelled. The 3-ton Titanic lift survives the catastrophic trial. Even the Titan must bleed. After arrest absolute gravitational failure,
The cost of defiance. The catastrophic kinetic shockwave has violently fractured the massive forged lifelines, demanding immediate amputation.
Amputating the compromised veins. A blinding thermal inferno violently severs the exhausted steel, purging the risk of absolute structural failure.
Transfusing the kinetic blood. Millions of feet of zero-mile, uncompromising forged steel are violently spooled, resurrecting the catastrophic lifting matrix.
Exposing the thermodynamic core. A massive crane violently amputates the armored shell, revealing the exhausted 24-liter heart.
Purging the thermodynamic trauma. The scorched fluid is violently purged and replaced with a catastrophic volume of pure synthetic thermal protection.
Sealing the vault. Brutal pneumatic force violently torques the geometry, executed by elite factory workers with uncompromising precision.
lethal tension reapplied. The resurrected lifelines violently snap taut, confirming absolute, uncompromising readiness for the next megalift.
The thermodynamic core violently ignites. The 24-liter heart screams back to life, ready to
The cycle of heavy industry is eternal. Rebuilt from the raw steel up, the ultimate lifting predator violently...
Vertical defiance renewed. The resurrected 3,000-ton predator violently marches into the atmospheric abyss.
Watch the clearance! It's almost in! Hit it!
The aerodynamic megalift is initialized. 400 tons of dead weight are violently ripped into the sky. Absolute aerodynamic tension. The catastrophic forged lifelines violently vibrate, absorbing the uncompromising shockwaves of the atmospheric assault.
Inside the turbulent sanctuary, the warfighter violently wrestles.
Uncompromising heavy-duty foundation. The massive claws violently bite the mountain edge, anchoring the Leviathan against the catastrophic atmospheric drag. Scotsic aerodynamic precision. The environmental apex is violently lowered, executing millimeter-accurate placement while fighting the uncompromising hurricane.
Forging the permanent apex. Factory workers violently torque the titanium geometry, engineering an unbreakable mechanical bond at
The ultimate aerodynamic sail. The Titan violently raises hundreds of feet of fibrous geometry.
The mountain is conquered. The 3,000-ton Titanic lift endears infinite energy from the void. The toll of the mountain.
The 3,000-ton Catastrophic reforge. Its heavy-duty foundation brutally shredded, elevating the Leviathan. Catastrophic hydraulic force violently lifts the 3,000-ton chassis, exposing
brute kinetic extraction. Elite factory workers violently shatter the seized geometry, amputating the paralyzed, rock-welded steel links.
High-velocity flipper. Blinding industrial pressure violently obliterates the hardened geological trauma.
Uncompromising mechanical mating. 100 tons of pure hydraulic rage violently forces zero-mile bearings into the monolithic drive hubs, transfusing the mechanical blood. The scorched, boiling fluid is violently purged and replaced with a catastrophic volume of pure synthetic torque.
The ultimate claws are dropped. Colossal forged steel monoliths are violently draped over the resurrected skeleton.
Forging the kinetic link. Massive, razor-sharp track shoes are violently torqued to the chain, engineered to transfer catastrophic rotational force. Lethal tension applied. High-pressure grease violently forces the tensioner outward, snapping the catastrophic steel track into an uncompromising, lethal grip.
The foundation is restored. The 3,000-ton predator violently leaves the earth, its monolithic claws ready, restoring the gravitational balance. Colossal slabs of freshly forged steel are violently lowered onto the Titan.
The mass is secured. Gargantuan hydraulic pins violently lock the monolithic gravity matrix into place, forging an unbreakable mechanical bond.
The digital brain is resurrected. Master tacticianly reboot the central AI dominance hub. Illumine catastrophic rotational validation. The monolithic spine is violently twisted to the absolute limit, testing its heavy-duty.
The final psychological warfare. The invincible lattice spear is violently smothered in a hypergloss industrial skin.
Microscopic kinetic control. The 50-ton hook block violently plunges, arrested by uncompromising AI braking matrices millimeters from destruction.
Lellerven. The thermodynamic core violently ignites. The 0-mile, 24-liter heart screams to life, ready to
The containment is breached. The heavy steel gates violently open, exposing the resurrected Leviathan.
The Titan returns to the Earth. Rebuilt from the raw steel up, the ultimate lifting predator violently deploys to conquer gravity once more.
The cycle of heavy industry is eternal.